Have you ever felt like you are made of glass? One mistake, one failure, and you shatter into a million pieces. We live in a world that tells us to be strong, but it never teaches us how to heal when we break. Before the curtain rises, a small note for your soul. This video is woven from the threads of reality and the art of storytelling. Any resemblance to your life is a sign that you are ready to change. Our goal is simple: to awaken the power within you. Many people think an unbreakable mindset means you never feel pain, that you are cold like stone. This is a lie. To be unbreakable does not mean you do not bleed. It means you do not break. In the next 10 minutes, I will tell you the story of the Knight of Glass, a story that will change the way you see your pain forever, and give you the secret to turn your wounds into wisdom. If you are ready to leave your fragile self behind and build a spirit of diamond, type the word "ready" in the comments below. Let your transformation begin. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far away, there lived a young knight named Kale. He was unlike any other warrior, because he did not wear steel. He wore armor made of pure glass. It was beautiful. It shined brighter than the sun. Every time he walked through the village, people stopped to admire him. "Look at him," they whispered. "He is perfect." Kale loved the attention. He believed he was invincible, because he had never been hit. But one day, the war came. Kale marched onto the battlefield with his head held high. He saw an enemy soldier approaching, a giant man with a rusty iron hammer. Kale laughed. He thought his beauty would protect him. The enemy swung the hammer. It was not a graceful strike. It was brutal. Crash. In 1 second, the glass armor did not just crack. It shattered into 1,000 pieces. The shards cut into his skin. He fell to the ground, bleeding and naked before his enemies. He did not die, but he wished he had. Humiliated, Kale crawled away from the battlefield. He ran until he found a dark, cold cave. He sat there for days, crying over his broken pieces. Now, I want to ask you a question. Before we continue, have you ever felt like Kale? Have you ever sat alone in the dark, feeling like your life was shattered? If you have been there, type a simple ... in the comments. Let us know that we are not alone in this darkness. Suddenly, Kale heard the sound of footsteps. An old blacksmith appeared from the shadows. His face was covered in soot and scars. He looked at the broken knight and smiled. "Why are you smiling?" Kale shouted. "I am ruined." The old man shook his head. "You are not ruined, boy," he said. "You were just raw material." The blacksmith picked up the sharp shards of glass. "Glass is pretty," the old man explained, "but it is weak because it has never known heat." He threw the shards into a furnace. The fire roared. The heat was unbearable. "It hurts," Kale screamed. "Good," the blacksmith replied. "The fire does not burn you to kill you. It burns you to change you." Then came the hammer. Bang, bang, bang. The old man struck the molten glass with immense pressure. He forced the pieces back together, not to make them look like before, but to make them denser, harder, stronger. 7 days later, Kale stepped out of the cave. He looked different. His armor no longer sparkled like a cheap toy. It was dark, solid, and heavy. It was no longer glass. Under the heat and pressure, it had become diamond. He returned to the battlefield. The same enemy struck him with the same iron hammer. But this time, the hammer broke against his chest. Kale did not move. He had become unbreakable. The story of Kale is not just a fairy tale. It is the story of you and me. Let us peel back the layers and understand the code of the unbreakable mindset. First, the glass armor. This represents your ego and your fragility. We all wear this armor. We build it with compliments, with money, with social media likes. It looks perfect on the outside, but it is weak because it depends on others to shine. When life hits you, if your confidence comes from the outside, you will shatter. Second, the fire. In the story, the fire was painful. But in life, this is adversity. Most people run away from the fire. They numb the pain with cheap distractions. But the blacksmith knew the truth. Fire does not destroy. It purifies. You cannot reshape cold glass. You can only reshape it when it melts in the heat of suffering. And finally, the diamond armor. This is what we call resilience. Notice one thing. The diamond did not come from magic. It came from the same material as the broken glass, just under different pressure. Endurance is not about waiting for the storm to pass. It is about learning to dance in the rain and letting the pressure make you denser, harder, and impossible to break. The story is over, but your journey is just beginning. How do you build this armor in real life? Here are 3 steps, based on the ancient wisdom of Stoicism. Step 1. Embrace the pain. Do not run from the fire. When you feel hurt, when you fail, when you lose, do not distract yourself. Sit with the pain. Feel it burning your old self away. Tell yourself, this pain is not my enemy. It is the fuel for my transformation. Love your fate. Amor fati. Step 2. Kill the ego. Your glass armor must break. Stop trying to look perfect. Stop trying to please everyone. Admit your mistakes. Show your scars. The moment you stop protecting your image is the moment you become truly dangerous, because you have nothing left to lose. Step 3. Focus on control. You cannot stop the enemy from swinging the hammer. You cannot stop the economy from crashing. You cannot stop people from leaving you. These are outside your control, but you can control your armor. You can control your reaction. Master your internal world, and the external world can never break you. Now, I have a difficult question for you. Look deep inside. Which of these 3 steps is the hardest for you? Is it the pain, the ego, or the control? Be honest. Write your answer in the comments below. Admitting your weakness is the first step to strength. Before we part ways, let us collect the gems from this journey. Here are 10 words to build your mental armor. Repeat after me. 1. Shatter. To break suddenly into many small pieces. The glass shattered. 2. Invincible. Impossible to defeat. He felt invincible. 3. Fragile. Easily broken or damaged. The ego is fragile. 4. Adversity. A difficult or unpleasant situation. Adversity makes us stronger. 5. Resilience. The capacity to recover quickly from difficulties. Resilience is a skill. 6. Endurance. The ability to suffer pain without giving up. Test your endurance. 7. Forge. To create something strong with fire and hammer. Forge your character. 8. Ego. Your sense of self-importance. Kill the ego. 9. Transform. To make a thorough change. Pain transforms you. 10. Unbreakable. Impossible to break. You are unbreakable. Remember the night of glass. Pain is not the end. It is just the blacksmith. Life will hit you, and that is okay. Do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. If you found value in this story and want to build a library of wisdom, click the subscribe button now. Join our community of warriors. I will see you in the next story. Stay strong.